Good morning, students. So, we end up with the chapter linear programming problems. Now, we move to the next unit, that is integrals. Okay, আমি আজি start করিম chapter integrals. So, you all have studied differentiation in your previous class. In class 11th, you have studied differentiation, right? So, differentiation in an integration are the part of calculus. Okay, now you know if a function is differentiable in an interval. Okay, we know if a function is differentiable in an interval, it means its derivative exists. And how we denote the derivative? By f dash. Okay, so we know, before going to integrals, let's see some what we have studied in differentiation. Integral and differentiation, integration and differentiation are opposite to each other, but both are related. Okay, differentiation or ulta to hoy integration, but duta ki hoy related hoy. Okay, differentiation means to minimize a thing, and integration means we sum up. This is the main meaning of integration and differentiation. Now, if a function f is differentiable, suppose f is any function and it is differentiable, and it is differentiable in any interval, in I with the interval. Now, if it is differentiable in that interval, means f dash exists in I. We denote the derivative of f by f dash. So, f dash exists at each point of I. I is that interval. Then a question arises that if we have the derivative, okay, means first you are given that a function f and it is differentiable, so you find f dash. Now, if it is given that you are given the derivative, okay, and you are asked to find the function, okay, then how we determine that function? Then it is called antiderivative. Okay, and that is called, from the f dash we determine a function that is called the antiderivative. Okay, so this is what we do in integration. Okay, mainly in integration we are given the function and we derivative of that function, and we can find that function by using integration. Okay, and this is called indefinite integral. Okay, there is no limit. So there are two types of integration, definite and indefinite. Definite means you have to find that function in a limited area, that is called definite. And indefinite means there you have no boundary, it is not bounded in any limit, that is called indefinite. Okay, so why we need integration? Okay, what is the need of integration? There are two important need of integration. So the important needs are, the first is to find a function when its derivative is given. to find a function when its derivative is given. That is the first use of integration. Okay, we using integration we can find that function whose derivative is given. And the second need is the problem of finding the area bounded by the graph of a function under certain conditions. Okay, so the next one is to find area bounded by the graph of a function under certain conditions. Means by using integration we can find out the area of a curve whose functional value is given. Okay, so in this to give a rise to, this is a type of indefinite integration, this is a type of definite. Means you have to find the area in certain limit. So it, from these two need we arises the two types of integration, definite and indefinite integration. Okay, so in another word we can write that your mind you should keep that integration is the inverse of differentiation. Okay, always keep in mind that integration is the inverse of differentiation. So the important thing is this: while before doing the integration problems, the each and every standard formula of differentiation should be in your mind. Okay, you should not get confused with the formulas of differentiation. You have many formulas for differentiation, means the differentiation of sin x, cos x, cosecants, all the trigonometrical functions, log x, everything you have the formula. So every formula should be clear in your mind. I will give you the formulas of differentiation, right? So now these are some standard formula for differentiation. So the very first formula of differentiation is, we write differentiation as d by dx, means we find out the derivative with respect to x, right? D by dx, x to the power n, where n is any positive integer. So what is the formula for this is n x to the power n minus 1. This is the standard formula of x to the power n. Similarly, d by dx of ex, means exponential function, it is ex. D by dx of log x equals to 1 by x. D by dx of a to the power x equals to ax log a. D by dx of 1 by x equals to minus 1 by x square. Differentiation of sin x is cos x. Differentiation of cos x is minus cosec x cot x. Differentiation of sec x is sec x tan x. Differentiation of cot x is minus cosecant square x. Differentiation of sine inverse x, this is the inverse function of trigonometry, it is 1 by root over 1 minus x square. So in this way we have these formulas, standard formulas of differentiation. Okay, so you have to remember each and every, so these are all standard formula of differentiation. Okay, in integration when we do the formulas, you see all are opposites. Okay, opposite of differentiation formula. So এইকেইটা formula তোমালোকৰ একদম clearly mindত থাকিব লাগিব, differentiation formula. So another name for, we can call integration as antiderivative. Integration or antiderivative, right? Now we have studied that. I have given you the formula বিলাক তোমালোকে মুখস্থ কৰিবা. So এতিয়া আমি দেখিলো যে আমি ধৰি লম, we know d by dx of sin x equals to differentiation of sin x ki asil amar cos x. Okay, and differentiation of x cube by cube is equal to x square. How we get this? Karon differentiation or formula ki asil etu to hol x to the power n. It means yat constant ki ase 1/3. So 1/3 আমি কি কৰিম বাহিৰত লৈ আহিলো, then d by dx of x cube. X cube মানে x to the power n or formula কি আছিল? nx means 3x n minus 1, 3 minus 1. So 3 get cancelled, we remain with x square. Okay, so d by dx of x cube by 3 is x square. Now it means, so in these two differentiation we observe that the function cos x is the derivative of sin x and x square is the derivative of x cube by 3. Okay, therefore sin x therefore we can call here sin x is the antiderivative of cos x. Sin x is the antiderivative of cos x. Why? Because differentiation of sin x is cos x. So sin x is the antiderivative of cos x, and x cube by 3 is the antiderivative of x square. Okay, means let's here what is the use of integration? If you are given the cos x, if you are given the function as cos x and you have to find the function, means suppose you are given cos x is the derivative of some function and you have to find out the particular function, then we can find it by using integration. Okay, and we see in differentiation any constant is treated as constant function. Any constant is treated as constant function, right? And derivative of any constant is what? Differentiation of any constant is always 0. Okay, derivative of any constant is always 0. It is also called arbitrary constant. Okay, means suppose capital Fx is any function and differentiation of fx equals to small fx, then it can also be written as we can also write differentiation of fx plus c equals to fx. Why? Because differentiation of fx is this and differentiation of constant function is 0. So whether we write c or not, it is not any, there is no problem. Okay, because c is already constant and we know differentiation of constant is 0. Okay, and in integration this constant is called constant of integration, while integration c is called constant of integration in integration. problem is called constant of integration. Okay, so there is one note: functions with same derivatives differ by a constant. If you take any, suppose you take in one question you take constant as 2, in another you take as 3 or 4, then the derivatives, same derivatives, the function with same derivatives differ by a constant. Okay, so here we introduce, in integration we introduce a new symbol, and this is as, you can take it as S. This is the new symbol we introduce here. Okay, it represents the whole class of antiderivatives. Read as indefinite integral of f with respect to x. This will be read as indefinite integral of function f with respect to x. Okay, and symbolically it can written as integration of f of x plus c, f of x dx is equal to capital F of x plus c. Okay, so this is the symbolical representation of integration. So suppose you are given dy by dx is equal to f of x, then you can write y is equal to integration of f of x dx. This is the relation between differentiation and integration. Okay, so we read as indefinite integral of f with respect to x. Okay, here, so here when you write integration fx, here f of x called integrand and x particularly is called the variable of integration, means with respect to which you have to integrate the given function. Okay, and when you constant of integration is any real number which of that considered as constant function. Okay, so this is all about the short introduction of integration. Okay, thank you.